Like, you want to just have less life? Here's wow. Oh, we're under attack. Oh, we're under attack. Oh, help me.
Oh, I didn't leave the instance. My bad.
Wow, that fear did not work. Oh wait. Oh right, my fear is not a Nova, is it? It's a single target, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, strikes fear an enemy. I thought it was an AoE fear for some reason. Okay.
You will get one later.
Yeah. I remember that existing.
Hey, level 19.
Wow, you just got there. I'm almost level 20. Shit.
Yeah, because I missed that dungeons quest too.
You fucked it up. Everyone saw.
I don't know how I missed that one.
And dead mines removed. Shadowfang keep. Join his party.
Whoa, whoa. Let's go to a fucking cellar first.
It doesn't matter.
I care. Let's.
You can just throw shit away if you don't.
No, I don't want to throw shit away. Why would we throw shit away? Just sell it. There's no reason
to. It's efficiency. You gotta queue up.
I mean, I agree, but I also want to. I mean, we can just whatever it's called back.
Well, fine. Let's hearth. Yeah.
Yeah.
You weird coward.
Where's my hearth? Where is my hearth? Is that the right place? Tranquillin? Okay. I don't want to have hearth and it's like, oh great, I'm all the way on the other side of the map.
Thankfully, you can't be too far because we haven't really covered much ground with these characters so far.
All right,
we're only in our second zone. You're not about to hearth to the barons or anything.
Hey, you never know, man.
Be quick about your business.
Oh, I should probably see what I can use. Oh my god, I can make a lot of light armor kits. You want 108 light armor kit?
Jesus. That's a lot of armor kits.
Do you actually need any armor kits?
I guess. I'm not sure how much I get hit, to be fair.
Let's see.
I see most of my combat from afar.
4. So you can only put on 4 things? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Beware, our enemies abound.
Bolts
I know
of
all
linen
my
cloth.
items need a new one, so works in my favor. Oh no, they're yellow now. All right, where are you?
To some extent, I'm almost surprised that you have to. That your class auto levels now, and you learn all your skills automatically and so on, but you still have to go back to people to progress your professions every time you craft stuff. I'm almost surprised they didn't make that one just automatic too.
Not yet, Keith. Not yet.
Yeah.
It's not the time.
I'm finding it frustrating to level my inscription and herbalism as my rogue. I started because it was time for me to go off to expansion, so I was like, okay, I'll go off to Outland now. Maybe I'll make progress on my herbalism while I'm there or whatever. But it's like now I have Outland herbalism and Outland inscription, which is its own private 75 levels progress bar that doesn't make progress at all on the original 300. But I never finished the original 300, and I still kind of want to do that part. So it's like, do I have to go back to vanilla WoW, like the vanilla continent, and just like run around gathering in low-level zones? Because I think I do.
Probably, yeah.
But I think that there is eventually stuff worth doing there. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to make money as an inscription person. I would like to have money. In part because
yes.
like the if I remember correctly, I'm like 5 levels beyond the trainer that wanted me to pay 5,000 for like faster flying mounts or whatever, and in 5 more levels I have to pay another 5,000 for the next tier, and it's like I haven't even paid for the previous tier yet, and you already and it's almost time for me to pay for the next one. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to have 10,000 gold? I genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
Chest, legs, hands, and feet. Oh, feet. There we go. So I actually straight up don't know how to get the money. Because the in-game questing and so on is not giving it to me, so I must be able to get it otherwise.
Dungeons, man, dungeons.
I still can't buy. Yeah,
you
but
should be making bank
I've been
from the stuff that you get in dungeons.
Yeah, I think that's part of the issue. Is I haven't done a single dungeon.
Yeah, you gotta.
I've just been
what you
questing.
need to do is
I just like running
you
around and
always just do
questing
randoms
and finishing zones.
because you can. You can.
The thing is,
basically
I haven't leveled from 1 to whatever from scratch in modern WoW really. So I kind of just wanted to experience that, especially as a horde, since my other character was Worgen that I kind of did that as.
look.
So I kind of want to
just
do
like
the
in real
leveling.
life, there are two options, Keith.
'Cause,
Either
like, I feel like
either you
inevitably
take
when
the-
you're leveling all of your alts, like this character, you inevitably start doing the fast way.
yeah.
So I feel like for one character, I kind of want to run around and experience, you know, the world that is like the 99% of the content.
So you can either live WoW like real life, or you can do it the real way, you know, from bootstraps up, and you'll find yourself in moderate poverty, or you can do this fancy thing called fuck reality and just go all the way to being rich.
Farewell.
And just
All
keep
the
dungeon
way to
running.
being rich.
You don't even talk to those commoners that are role playing. You just
Commoners.
burst your way all the way through, and you will have so much money you won't even know what to do with it. Why do you think I have all these heirlooms?
I don't think anyone will sell me a ruined copper rod around here. I can't do my fucking enchanting.
Enchantment?
There's one character over here that sells trade supplies, but I think we have to do his quest before he actually gains the ability to give me trade supplies.
Sorry, what is it called?
Rathus Tomber over here is a trade
No,
supplier guy.
what are you looking for?
A ruined copper rod. What's this guy's quest? It's Tomber's supplies. I think we have to do his quest where we get his supplies back before he can buy stuff from him. Because these guys hate us, so we don't have access to half the vendors anyway. And then I think we have to do this guy's quest to even gain his supplies. But originally we didn't even have the reputation to have access to the quests in the first place.
It's a created item.
Wait, do I have to make a ruined copper? Wait, do I have the ability to make one?
Enchanting level 1. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
I
need
don't
a
have-
copper rod.
No, I can't buy a copper rod.
Okay, so let me.
I can't do
Let
that
me search
stuff
for
either.
where copper rods can be
Well,
purchased.
I know
from.
where I can get one. We can go all the way back to the capital city and buy one. I'm saying that in the local area we're in right now, the
Yeah,
vendor
that's
isn't
what I'm-
accessible, so I can't do one.
That's what I'm trying to check.
No, you don't have to check it. I know I could just go to the capital city if I felt like it, but that's just so far out of our way that I want to do that. I just want to buy one while we're at normal stores, because that's the whole point of trade suppliers, but our trade supplier's disabled, so I'm running all the way off to here, which is hopefully his quest. So I can gain access to it.
Is it Petopia? Yeah, Petopia. Hold on a second. I need to look for a
Petopia? What are you
specific-
looking up? What are you doing?
I'm trying to get a different pet.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm trying to get a cunning pet.
Oh, a better hunter pet?
Yep. Yep.
Because I can do like, yeah, I can do 2 minor dodges or 20 minor health enchantments. But in order to do that, I need my damn rod.
I don't think there are any. I don't think that there are any cunnings around here. Shit. Birds of prey. Are there any birds around here? They need to be actual birds, not the dumb birds. Shit. I don't think there's any birds around here.
Should I queue us up?
Yeah, you can go and queue us up. I'm sorry. I'm just running around looking for birds real quick.
Shadowfang keep.
Somebody show me a bird. I need to bring it with me. On dangerous
Traveling
dungeon
trade
runs.
Many lucky
What?
those you like.
Ooh. Oh, I can't afford him. This guy's got his elephant out, so he's got his vendors and shit. It's like,
Yeah.
ooh, thick hide packs, 14 slot bags, but they're 12 gold each. Like you can buy them off this guy's mount, which is funny. He's also a transmog vendor, which is funny.
I
really
really want that mount.
I'm amused by the fact that mounts just kind of have that. That's like, oh, look, I'm the vendor mount. I have special vendors.
Yeah, dude. There's some mounts that let
okay.
you ride.
When you do this guy's quest to go get his supplies, you then gain access to his vendor items.
Did you do his quest?
Yeah, you just run all the way to the field, pick up his shit, and run all the way back. And then
What
it's
field?
over.
Which number?
It's fine. You'll just do it when we get to that part later. When we're doing the local quests around there, you'll pick up his like supplies on the fly.
Oh, okay.
You don't really need to do it right now. It's just I was just getting frustrated by not being able to do my enchanting.
Makes sense.
There we go.
And he has copper rods.
+1 armor, or yeah, he has copper rods.
Nice.
Gross.
What?
I was gonna try to enchant your stuff too, but I'm not even gonna bother. This is stupid.
Whoa.
The minor health enchant is fucking garbo.
That's unfortunate. Why is it garbo?
It increases your health by 2. I have 1070 health. And I can enchant my bracers to give me 2 health. A fucking waste of time. I'm just enchanting the same bracer over and over again because it's not worth trying to actually get value out of this enchant. It's just I just need to get levels out of it.
That's really depressing.
Yeah, what a waste of time. That's how I feel about like fucking basically all the trade skills. Like they didn't scale at all. So our characters have such high numbers. We have like 300 of every stat and like 1,000 health and so on. But then you get like cooking and it's like, wow, you cooked a steak that gives you 2 spirit. Why? Why would I ever use that?
Why have you done this?
Yeah. Like in classic WoW, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a helpful little boost, thank you. But in modern WoW, I'm like, the fuck you talking about? Why would I ever use this? It's literally just, you literally just wastefully create it for the purpose of making your number higher and then throw away all the stuff you made because it was all pointless.
Oh.
These characters' names are Blunto and Snack.
That's fantastic. I genuinely love that.
Blunto and Snack.
Blunto. That's a good one.
That lady right there, she's a snack. Snack.
Okay, I did this guy's quest, so now I can use him.
Oh, you ran over and did it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready to go back up to killing things.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab something to drink real quick, and I'll be right back.
There's no enchanting trainers around here. So that's not gonna get any higher level. It's fine. It's fine. The important thing is I had that tiny little piece of progress available to me, and there we go.
But man, you're gonna walk over here every time I go to the kitchen.
Everybody watch Andrew's dumb cooking video where he cooks a waffle. It's surprisingly entertaining, even though it's just a video of him making waffles.
You could never eat.
His first one was a disaster. It was incredible. It was a nightmare little spaghetti waffle. I'm like, how the fuck did you make that? I was talking about your spaghetti waffle.
Spaghetti? Oh, my sad waffle. I really fucked that up without having any awareness that I fucked that up. And I thought, I was real proud of myself because I poured it all ahead of time. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. It's like a real cooking show. And
your numbers were just completely wrong. Yeah, that was a good edit where you're like, I wonder if I fucked up the measurement. I completely fucked up the measurement. It's like supposed to be 2/3 of a cup, and you put in 2 2/3 of a cup, which is a hell of a mistake to make. It's not even close.
Yeah, I was like, oh, how did I fuck this up? I realized when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I did it because I thought I was going to make the maximum amount of waffles, but then I decided not to do that.
Yep. Fucked it up.
Yeah. But
everyone saw.
It was unfortunate. That's why I was so mad I had to edit it, because it took so long.
Yeah.
Like the final video I think was like almost an hour 30.
Jeez.
And I was like, fuck man, I don't want to like post an hour 30-minute cooking video. That's just too long.
And you went editing heavy this time.
Yeah, it wasn't even interesting. Like it's not like it was an exciting
making a
hour
waffle.
and something. Yeah. I was like, nope.
But
I
you
gotta
turned it
end
into something. You made it art.
I hope not. I really hope not.
I could totally see you having a future of making dumb YouTube videos that have nothing to do with Let's Plays.
Probably because I'm a lot more fun of a person when I'm not playing video games.
You've got like a voice to it at this point. It's funny.
I don't know, man. I'll be honest, like half the time I cook stuff, I'm like, fuck, if I'm gonna have to eat this, it's probably shit. Like, like I don't even trust myself half the time I cook anything, and then I eat it and I'm like, okay, I guess I did this all right. Or I look at it like the waffle, I'm like, I really fucked this up. Actually,
that's still gonna be the way that you go out, is poisoning yourself as a result of the cooking show.
Fantastic. The truest way I've ever wanted to go. It's by my own hand, but not on purpose. Accidental suicide is the best way to kill yourself. I actually have a lost episode where I was so just, I don't know, just so blasted out of my head. I was like, I'm gonna make cookies. Just gonna make cookies. And they turned out so fucking bad. Like, it was abysmal.
You just made horrible cookies.
I forgot. So I rolled them up and then I put them on this cooking tray, but I forgot that I was supposed to
Working on a weird serpent nightmare. Hello.
Hi, not horde.
Hello, welcome to the wrong faction, sir.
Yeah, welcome to the wrong place. No, I left them on a cooking, like the cooling sheet on accident, because I was showing off that I had this cooling sheet, and I was showing that there's a trick you can do if you have a different type of cooking, like cooking pan than I do. If you had one that's a little bit more flat, then you could use the cooling sheet, put some foil over it, and cook the cookies on it, and then all you have to do is just take the foil off. And it's like, in any case, there's some like benefit to doing it this way. But I forgot to take the fucking cookies off the cooling rack, and I put the cooling rack in the oven. And so the cookies cooked on a cooling rack, so they just melted. Like, so I had cookies melted to the cooling rack, but they're not in edible form because they didn't fully cook. Because they started baking and then they started sinking through the cooling rack. I was like, what happened? What is this?
Dungeon completionism has taken hold. Maybe this will hit it. Yeah. Maybe this one will throw us over the threshold for being able to register for the next dungeon.
That'd be nice.
Maybe just me though. We're a little far off from each other now. I think 20 is
how you get to it.
Yeah. It all depends on if you can make it. I'm like on the precipice already. Hell, maybe you can come over here and we can guest in a cooking episode. Stephanie and I were talking about trying to make a strawberry pie.
I'm super down to make a strawberry pie. I'd be super down to make a fucking pie.
It's been taunting me ever since Celeste, where it's like, you make a strawberry pie and I'm like, oh, I never considered that to even be an option. Strawberries, I like fruit pies, and strawberry is my favorite fruit. But nobody ever talks about strawberry pies, I feel like. Like, I always feel like it's always like apple and pumpkin and blueberry and raspberry and cherry.
Because
and like
we have an American tradition and it doesn't involve strawberries.
I've never heard of strawberry being an option. Like, I never considered it. I'm like, what? But in Celeste, you make a strawberry pie. I'm like, what? You make a what? Can I have it? How do I get one? I still never, and so now I'm like, my eyes are open, I'm looking around and shit, but I never, even now that I've thought of the idea, I never see a strawberry pie at a store anywhere. I have to make a strawberry pie. I've made most of an apple pie before, technically. Not most.
Apple pie's really hard, actually.
I made the inside of an apple pie once on accident.
That's equally as impressive.
We had a bunch of apples that were going bad. Where they were going to go bad, which had way too many apples sitting around, and so I looked up recipes for apples, and I found a recipe for something called sautéed apples, and it featured like brown sugar and cornstarch and the apples themselves and so on.
Yeah, they're just basically candied apples at that point.
And then when I made it, the end result, I was like, wait, this is just the filling of an apple pie. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I just made the inside of an apple pie on accident.
It's ow. There is
I do like apple pie a lot.
apple pie's pretty good. I'm trying to think of the pies that I hate. I think probably one of the best pies is lemon pie.
Lemon pie is good. I like
love
lemon sweets
pie.
in general.
Yeah, you know, lemon is a good. It's a good flavor.
I'm being
Shadowfang.
asphyxiated. Who am I, Dodger? I'm gonna die.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ow.
Yeah, he always
I'm gonna use
brings
my-
you like
I'm gonna
right
use
down
my
to
health
last
stone.
health.
Oh, it's a plot thing.
Yeah.
Well, I used a health stone, loser.
Of course, Keith. We would never be in this perilous position if it wasn't plot based.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're just not
Doggo
generally
has
prepared
so
for like
much
plot
aggro,
to
it
happen in these
hurts.
dungeons.
Holy shit.
Baron
I'm doing the most DPS, but that guy is
Up here it goes again.
That guy
Uh-oh.
is another level in terms of aggro.
Here comes my death. Do 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 do. I mean, you don't want to have aggro. That's bad.
Oh no, I don't. I'm just saying I'm impressed with how well he's like generating it. The man is hated. Very well hated.
Skadoosh.
Ooh.
That guy just jumped clear through the sky into the area. It looked hilarious.
This is how wait, sorry, how ridiculous is this right now? What is my haste is 7%. Oh god. Critical strike is 19%. This is ridiculous actually.
The girl is
All my items are just haste and
imprisoned. Worgen are neat.
oh yeah, where's hey.
Oh yeah, that's another Zandalar troll right there. Look how chunky they are. They're looking all thick
whoa,
and shit.
Whoa, dude, that guy's a hella Chad. Wait a second.
No, the
Oh
Zandalar
my
trolls
god,
are
this
Zandalar
other guy is
trolls are
even more
huge.
Chad. What the fuck?
The Zandalar trolls are huge.
What the hell? These guys are huge.
These are the new race variations that they've got,
Okay.
including the Mechan gnomes and the Volpera and all that.
Wow,
Which the
they
Mecha
went like,
gnomes look
we're gonna make
ridiculous.
some babies, and then we're gonna make these big giant men.
They're straight up like twice as many races now, basically.
There are a lot of races.
It really highlights how weird it is that they weren't adding more of them more along the way, really, because like races like barely affect the game.
Yeah, races. I mean, besides
I guess
the
the
work
main
you
thing
have
is
to
that
put
you,
into.
yeah, I guess the main thing is you normally started a zone. You normally made a starting zone for a race. Was the whole
Yeah.
thing holding them back. So all of the new races just start at level 20.
Well, and they also start in the. Don't they also start in new zones?
No, I don't think they have their own zones. I could be wrong, but I think all the new races. I don't know. I haven't heard about zones. There's like 10 new races. I don't think they made 10 new starting zones.
No, I imagine it's just in the new expansion.
I don't think they did that. I could be wrong. Someone in chat would probably say, although there's not a ton of them today. But I think that the reason why they start level 20 is because they just like, you just probably just spawn at your capital or whatever. And there's maybe like an intro cutscene where the guy narrates like he always does.
These are foxes. They are adorable.
I think
you may want to play
I think
as
if
them.
anything, the origin story is all the quests you do over the course of becoming exalted with that faction.
That's true. You are kind of like
You're already bought in.
you're fighting for lore.
Fighting for lore. Those such violent bats.
I'm just like captivated by how merciless those bats are. They're just continually going.
They have no reason to live, only crash into ground and explode.
Right?
The funny thing is that they're an optional skill. It's a talent.
Really?
I had other choices.
Why?
But I was
mean,
like,
why
I
would you
summon
pick anything
hellfire
else?
bats that pummel into the ground. Sounds fun.
I'm pretty certain that's probably what they want you to pick.
I pretty much
the
just-
icy veins.
Yeah, I pretty much just hit one
no.
over and over again. Is my sinister strike that gives me combo points basically, and then I just switch between my 3 different summoning things. Because one of them's a meteor that summons imps. One of them is the 2 hellhounds that I throw out, and the other one is my rain of bats.
Which is pretty good.
So that keeps me occupied. Boof, 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 boof.
Oh my god, this poor man.
My other options were Your Dreadstalkers charge into battle. The Dreadbite attack now hits all targets within 8 yards and deals 25% more damage.
It's not too bad, actually.
Which is, that's my 2 hounds.
Yeah.
My 2 hounds would get an AoE, basically. And then Demonic Strength. Infuse your Felguard with Demonic Strength and command it to charge your target and unleash a Fel Storm that does 400% increased damage. So basically 2 augments of my existing skills or a new skill. This seemed like a straightforward thing to me. Is like, get new skill. Because it rains bats.
The rain bats, though, I think what's nice about it is that it's AoE splash, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's like, so I give my other thing an added AoE, or I can just give myself a new AoE. But it is counter to my usual approach. Specifically when I play as melee characters, I actually mostly buy passive upgrades instead of new skills. But this is like my exception, I guess, because I wanted this thing. But usually when I'm leveling characters in WoW, I get as many of the passive things as possible that just augment my existing abilities without adding new ones, because I'm already going to have a lot anyway.
Who the heck is this guy? Baron Silverbane.
But that's partly because I'm used to playing as a rogue. But like a lot of the rogue talents increase your energy or your energy regeneration, or they increase your combo point generation in various ways. So like, they have their own different value.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it also really depends on the play style you're doing too. Because if you're doing a lot more obviously PvE versus PvP stuff, there are like the bats aren't a very good choice.
Yeah, because they're zone based.
Yeah,
I put it has a targeting circle where I place where it goes.
Yeah, you kind of can see where the rain of fire is going to come down at.
Yeah, you don't target an enemy. I click a place like this. Oh, they're on me now. Rude. 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 Go away.
Come on, Baron, you're out of here.
There we go. And there they go. You earned Felsteed. Oh, and Voidwalker.
Sounds like you got some good stuff.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I have access to my Felsteed. I think as a warlock, I think I just get a free pet.
Oh, you got to level 20, right?
Yeah.
You can learn how to mount. Right?
Can only be used outside. But yeah, I have my Felsteed now. So I've got my warlock mount. I don't know if I've ever hit level 20 on a warlock before.
Wow.
I didn't play warlocks very much. Although back then you had to be level 40 for your mount. So I definitely never had a Felsteed before. There's very few classes I've leveled that far before. Used to be hard. It's a real process. I had a level 70 rogue and a level 51 warrior, and those were my 2 highest characters ever, I think. But really, it's because I put all my time into my rogue once he was raiding. I didn't have time for alts.
I didn't have time for ults. Only
Ain't nobody
winning.
got time for alts.
I don't have a target.
Cocoon.
All right, let's get this guy taken care of so we can.
Now I've got a Voidwalker. Which reminds me, like, I think that's another thing they changed, actually.
Is the rest of our team still down here?
I see Moxel here.
One of our guys is just down here still. I don't know what he's doing.
Who's our tank? Do you remember?
Oh, it's our tank that's down there.
Is he our tank?
Oh no, that's
Oh,
Kraz.
I think he just hit level 20.
Oh, he's a healer.
Oh, you're right. Doggle is our tank.
Yeah.
Where's Doggle?
further back?
Did you just leave the group?
Okay.
All right, he just stood there and they left. What, he just want to hit level 20 and that was it? So he just fucked off?
I don't know.
This poor guy's like backfilling. Aw. Unfortunate for him.
Is it?
Fuck it, pick anything. Blah. This game will keep harassing you about your PvP talent until you click on something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, leave me alone.
Huh. Oh. My
Oh,
sir.
we're going apparently.
I mean, you have pulled a lot, but I trust you. By which I mean I trust the healer is going to heal you.
Is he here? Oh yeah, there he is. Bartholomew. So
there he is,
The
yeah.
new guy's already here. Gotcha. It backfilled quick. Yeah, that guy just like.
Oh, yeah.
I think the guy was just like, hey, hit level 20. Fuck off, and he just stood there and then left the dungeon. What an asshole.
I mean, sounds like WoW player to me. No, I don't actually know. Yeah, why he just stood there. Even if you were 20, there's no like doing dungeon runs are still the best way to get experience.
I have no idea what was going on. Maybe he had a stroke.
Yikes.
No, he's fine. That he would have.
Keith, that's how you're gonna get banned. It's more that,
he would have taken longer to disconnect if he actually died in real life.
That sounds like a sexual threat.
Maybe his mom showed up when you did. We're going, like, but mom, I'm doing a dungeon. I can't pause it.
You think it's midday for him?
What?
You think it's midday for that person?
I don't fucking know.
It's like 9 o'clock. Whose mom's coming in at 9 o'clock? Like, we're going to the store. It's like,
I don't know.
It's just about to close.
Maybe he's Australian. Maybe the fire's coming right now, and they're like, we gotta evacuate, but mom, I can't pause it.
Oh, you cunt, I ain't going out to fucking shop.
What the fuck is that accent?
I don't know. I don't know what Australians sound like.
That was like fucking Irish or something.
Sound the same, honestly. They speak the same English, don't they?
That was so far off. That wasn't even adjacent
what
to
do Australians sound like? It's like,
I can't do it. All I know is you're really
like
wrong.
that? No, that's British.
You were so wrong. Oh my god, how embarrassing.
even know
Everyone
how-
point and laugh at
I don't know
Andrew's
how Australians sound.
horrible Australian accent.
I thought they just sound like regular British people.
What does that mean?
I mean, I don't know.
Regular British people? No, Australians do not
because
sound like British people.
like Irish and Scottish are not British people, but they're, you know, still technically part of the UK. They're not like British. They don't speak British English. They speak.
They're all British. Thing.
Well,
You mean English? They don't. You're saying they don't have an English accent? Because Britain is larger than England.
guess.
Although frustratingly, I think Britain, if I remember correctly, Britain is larger than England but smaller than the UK, which is confusing as shit.
Wait, isn't Britain the UK?
I think it means a slightly different thing than the UK.
What the? F
I mean, once Brexit happens, this will be even more confusing.
I kind of like the EU because it was really homogenous. I could just go like, they're in the EU. You know, like when people are like, "Where's Kansas?" It's in the United States. I don't fucking care where Kansas is, but I know where I know where it, you know, geographically is located. It's in the United States. That's how I was able to do for a lot of European countries. And now with all these people, like, people leaving, man, it's like, who's in the EU? I don't know. It's like this weird, not European countries, but some European countries, but not all of them.
Isn't there supposed to be an issue where, like, if England leaves the EU, it's also maybe leaving the UK or something? Oh wait, no,
No,
the idea was that UK was leaving the EU,
Yeah.
but as a result, countries want out of the UK.
Yeah, so
They
yeah,
wanna
so
stay in
the,
the
so the
EU.
problem is like Ireland
Jeez.
or Scotland don't have to follow Britain out of the EU
Yeah,
because they can stay in the EU, so they
I
don't
used to
lose
be
the.
I used to be like slightly more informed, but it's been so fucking long that I'm forgetting it all, which is crazy because it still technically hasn't happened yet. It's such a slow motion disaster train wreck that like,
well,
it still hasn't fucking happened, even though the decision was made so long ago. 'Cause it's just. So, did you just fall out?
What the?
You just get feared out of the level?
Yeah, I just got like thrown out of the instance, which is great. That's cool.
Oh god. Did you actually zone out of the instance, or where have you?
Yeah, it just teleported me out of the instance. Okay, great. I'll just run over to them. I'm sure they're not far at all.
That's really funny. Oh no.
I can hear you guys fighting on the fucking roof.
Yep.
If only there was a teleport to party.
Yep.
It's okay. One day. One day.
Everybody point and laugh.
It's not funny.
I'm informing them since I'm the one in the know.
Funny.
I'm in the chat.
My feelings are really hurt.
That was really funny.
I just... Why? Why do I have to walk back? What is this punishment? I'm getting a lot of experience though, guys. Keep up the good work.
Have fun.
I'm gonna show up and... Oh wait, don't I have aspect of the... No, I don't have aspect of the
Aspect of the cheetah? That's later.
It's 20.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Wait, I think it is. Oh no, it's 22. Sorry.
I don't know, my old frame reference for everything's out of whack.
Wow, you guys must have killed something really important.
This game used to really keep a stranglehold on all things that increase your movement speed. Those were like fucking milestones.
Oh yeah, they were like the most important parts of your class.
You might have to get exalted with something to get them.
Yikes. I'm coming, boys.
I'm coming, boys.
I'm almost there. I wish I could have taken these gargoyles as my own.
Oh shit, he's all the way down here.
Ah, that's who you killed. I was wondering who's worth all those points.
What, the experience or something?
Yeah, these big knight guys. I mean, you're probably not even paying attention to the experience you're getting.
No, I don't really look at it. Hello.
Yeah.
Did you just do some parkour?
I did do some parkour.
Shaved a whole 3 seconds off your travel time. I think you're here just in time for the library boss fight.
The faster I can get back, the less guilt I feel about not being there. I mean, look, auto running is hard, Keith.
Hey, yeah, here's the library.
Hey, dude.
Lord
there's
Walden.
the Lord Walden. Oh my god. That man just jumped onto Lord Walden.
Yep, fuck him.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Conjure poisonous. Oh. Wow, those ice shards look really adorable coming out of his hand.
Yeah. Look at him go. Oh, look at the little guys. Slowly traveling towards you in a completely avoidable fashion.
Right.
They're gonna get us.
It's like, oh no, what's gonna happen now? Your freaking warlock shit keeps scaring me.
Because, oh, like when the zones show up behind me?
Yeah, I keep thinking it's an enemy attack, and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, those are the two summoning holes that my my dogs come out of when I throw them. We all like to throw dogs, right? Like this. Oh, there you go.
Oh, thank you for the blue wrists. Now literally everything but my belt is blue.
I'm blue.
Oh, leatherworking. Did you see there's Vice just released a video on the backstory of that?
I'm blue?
Yes, on specifically like the song.
Why are we still getting updates about blue this late?
I don't know, man.
Hey. It's weird.
Oh wait, that was
somebody just leveled.
Quest. No, I just got an achievement for 100 quests completed.
Oh, disappointing.
Right? I was excited. I was like, oh, I'm level 20. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. That can't be true.
I remember when I was a fucking nerd, I posted an image of myself on my guild forums that said like, had like that effect over me, and it said ding 17 or whatever for my birthday.
Perfect. I love it. That is like delicious dark history.
Yeah, that's some fucking
kind of stuff.
embarrassing ass high school trying to be included in your community shit of like referencing like WoW reference self-edit birthday pictures.
I had the weirdest thing with on Twitter where I was, you know, like I follow a lot of artists and stuff, and one of the artists that I follow liked a picture from somebody who was like, oh, I just got some kind of like like one of those summer internships at Nickelodeon, and I saw like they they drew a picture over their face, obviously, so they hide it from people, and they put their like their what is it called, their nickname. That's the word I was looking for. They put their nickname, and then like, so they covered their real name, put their nickname, and then had their last name there. And I was like, wait, that nickname sounds super familiar, and that last name sounds super familiar. And the fact that they're an artist is super familiar. I was like, wait, is this a person I know from like middle school? And I realized it was a person I knew from middle school. And they were like now an adult with like an animation job. And it's like, oh.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Shit's crazy. Turns out
It
people
is
still
weird.
exist after high school, and they do things.
But I read so
like
I
a
went
bunch
through
of
their Twitter,
assholes.
and they talked the same way that they did in middle school, like the same mannerisms of like the emojis after certain words and stuff like that. That sounds kind of like, wait a second, I think I know this person. I know this communication. I used to decode this back in my youth. I'm running.
We're here.
But yeah, there's a lot of It's a lot of that. Whoa, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, the bats are like rendering it the wrong height.
Yeah. It's kind of like, wait, what's happening?
Don't worry about it.
Not pistol barrage. Please. By all means, stop. Yeah, these bats are weird.
They're spawning too close to the ground at the side. It looks weird.
Where is my pet?
Maybe they died.
He didn't die, but I think he's
die?
landlocked. He's like stuck somewhere.
Is that a thing that happens?
There you go. Yeah, they'll get like stuck on geometry and stuff like that sometimes. I was just like, wait, we're not, like, my DPS is really bad. That's because I don't have a spider with me.
Ba-bum.
Yeah, I got a Worgen Hunter's helm.
Look at you. God, I have a lot of gold
Wow,
all
that
of a
thing's
sudden.
fucking cool.
I have 20 gold already. This is nuts.
Look at this fucking helmet. What the hell? Hello.
That's an odd one. Our ears don't look like they fit through it very well.
Well, because it's for Worgens.
They're like clipping. Well, is it for Worgens? I thought it was for hunting Worgens.
Then it's a human hat.
Yeah. That meant for
It's
our
a Worgen
hilarious
Hunter's helm.
vertical ears to come out. Make sure you turn your quest in before you leave.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
This quest peeps over here.
Because I will be level 20 once I'm done turning them in, I think.
Purple pants. Got purple pants. Purple
That's
pants.
Really
Purple
tough, actually.
pants.
What are my
Purple
shoulder
pants.
pads? Oh, I don't have any shoulder pads. I will take your shoulder pads.
Wait, wasn't there a second quest giver a second ago? Where'd they go? Did they vanish?
No, it was just him.
I thought I had 2 quests to turn in. Did I imagine that?
You did. You did imagine that.
Fuck.
There's just the one. Or you can do the teleport out, teleport back in and see. Ow, what the? Man, I'm trying to teleport back to dungeon. Could you not?
Could you not?
Thank you. All right. So I don't remember seeing any quest givers. Yeah, there's no quest givers here. They all left. They all went home. What am I doing over here?
Ta-da! She's still not level 20.
Still not level 20 somehow.
Yep.
But I got all the essence, so now
We
I
got
just
Black
need to
Fathom
get...
Deeps and Stormwind Stockade. Once you're level 20.
Nice.
Get busy, motherfucker.
I can, if I literally turn in... Wow. If I literally turn in a few more quests, I'll be done. So let's just get these spider legs. Let's get these crunchy spider legs. I love me some crunchy spider legs.
I feel like the Felguard did not used to be available like this. Whoa. My Voidwalker's tiny little baby. Hello,
he's
tiny
trying his
little
best.
baby. What the fuck? Weird.
Leave him alone. Don't bully him.
Voidwalkers used to be bigger than you.
Well,
They were big
yeah,
guys. They were the big genie. And
That
by
scared
contrast, I feel like the Felguard was like a high level summon. Specifically because I don't remember ever getting a Felguard when I played as a Warlock, but I had an Imp and a Voidwalker. But I only just got a Voidwalker now at level 20, whereas I think you used to get a Voidwalker at level 10.
Maybe.
And a Felguard, I don't think I even got at all. I think you had to be like level like 40 or something back then. I think it took a while to get a Felguard. But instead instead I started the game with an Imp basically, and I got a Felguard at level like level 10 or something, and now I have a Voidwalker at 20, so I already have 3 different summons. It's crazy.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yep.
I only got the one.
I don't necessarily appreciate what the difference is between a Felguard and a Voidwalker, though.
It should tell you, right?
Maybe. They're both... Let's see. Powerful. I think Felguard's more of a DPS and Voidwalker's more of a tank. Which I guess probably makes the Voidwalker useless, because we never really need a tank. Probably just stay with the Felguard.
Well, that's kind of why I don't have any of the...
Felguard probably does more damage.
That's why I'm not using a tank pet.
But yeah, from my perspective, though, they're just both... It's like, wow, two melee summons that have taunt. Okay. I'll totally notice the difference.
Like, it is really... I mean, it's handy, though. But yeah, I mean,
It'll
single
be more
questing
handy
is
when I
kind
can
of
have 2.
It's weird that single questing is kind of like it's treated as the default.
Single questing?
Yeah, like solo questing. So I feel like there's a lot of builds are what feel like they're built around solo questing. Where you're just doing, like, you have to be able to do...
the idea of having your own tank to help you out, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to have the option, I guess.
I need these legs.
But
These crunchy spider
arguably makes the
legs.
whole genre more boring when you're encouraged to play it alone. Can I get the spider legs?
Yeah. Given that the game is called an MMO.
It's a Momopager.
Murmurpager.
It's a Momopager. I used to have a shirt of that. As
That said that?
Yeah. People just get me shirts with the words on them, and I'm like, all right.
That sounds very defeated.
And then eventually I get rid of them, and I'm like, eh. It's declarations, and also just like shirts that are references that you have to explain are always like, this gets old fast. Whenever anyone asks about your shirt, you're like, oh, why do I wear this shirt?
I remember back in the day when Jinx was like the cool gamer clothing brand, and apparently that was a thing that I cared to be a part of.
Yeah. I think I bought something off of Jinx like a couple of years ago. Maybe even last year.
They got bought by GameStop?
Did they?
Yeah.
I think I bought... that might have been where my Hollow Knight shirt came from. That's really nice.
Probably.
It's just a nice, enjoyable, well-drawn image that I like.
Well, I mean, Hollow Knight teams,
Yeah.
wholesome people.
It's a good game.
Yep.
But yeah, I try to get shirts that just look nice Like the image is just nice in a vacuum, and I don't have to explain the reference or whatever that's happening on them. So like my Hollow Knight shirt, my Pyre shirt are like really nice images, but like the Momokpugger thing was just a fucking 0 punctuation shirt that I was given as a gift.
Perfect.
And I always
misremembered.
I remembered the quote, but I always misremembered what it was from. So it was like one of those like moments where you're just massively wrong about something, and you're like, when you realize what it actually is, you're like, it's like kind of a whiplash moment.
I think I remember.
I didn't know where you were this whole time because I was still in the instance group.
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck? I look over and there's an undead guy staring back at me. I'm like, who? The what?
I remember submitting a t-shirt idea for WoW. That was a play on the, at the time, very popular public advocacy group called MAD, so Mothers Against Drunk Driving. And I called it Madam, which is just Mothers Against Drunk Mounting.
Whoa.
And then you just had a picture of like a drunk troll wearing a fedora, riding on a tiger. And there's your shirt. Sell that to weebs. They would be all about weebs.
But I remembered eventually why I was misremembering it was that on my old dumb blog I had, I used the It's a Momokpugger image when I was doing a little blog post thing that was like complaining about Borderlands and how it's basically MMORPG mechanics, but in what should be a more refined game since it only has 4 players or 1 player. So it's like why are all these really boring mechanics being used in what should be an exciting game? Because it's not like it's an MMO or anything, but it has all the fucking trappings of one anyway for some reason. Because I thought Borderlands was so fucking boring. So as a result, that memory got grafted onto Borderlands, and I always thought that the Yahtzee quote was about that. But then I go back and it's like, oh, that was from the Witcher review.
Oh, really?
That was the review of Witcher 1. Yeah. It was way back.
That's even older.
Yeah, it's like a second review or something, I think. That was like a weird experimental one where he did like a skit at the end of the video where he changed the dubbing of a cutscene. It's like that's the only time he ever did that in the whole channel, I think.
That sounds about right.
Those early
he probably
years.
got copyright striked for it, which is probably why I never did it again.
Nah, I think it was because it just took creativity or something, or like he had to do a whole extra thing on top of the review. Now, the copyright strikes are why he started having a theme song, because he used to just play whatever fucking song he felt like, which gets you in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be that every 0 punctuation opened with a different song, and it was just real music, and it's like, you can't really do that, sir. You're being a naughty.
Sir, you're doing what the kids call stealing.
Yeah. Well, Hash What You Playing did the same thing. They would use real songs all the time as gags, and it's like, you can't get away with that, though. It stopped that habit. A lot of their videos went away forever because of that.
Back in the day, there used to be this thing called fair use that no one understood the definition of, so we just shouted it a lot until eventually
no copyright intended.
No copyright intended.
That was always the dumbest thing about early internet, is they would just steal stuff and then say the phrase "no copyright intended." It's like, you don't know what any of the words you're saying mean, do you?
I mean, that still exists today.
Yeah,
Keith.
Oh yeah.
People say that, especially about like half of the laws in this country, or people are like, that's what it is. It's like, no.
There's also a lot of stuff where you have like all
I have
these
rights. I love those ones.
All these people on like Twitter and Imager and stuff that like repost other people's work, and for some reason frustratingly go out of their way to like crop out the part of the image that says where it's from, and it's like, what kind of weird asshole does that? Like why post comics that have everything except for the part that is who the author is? Like, that's so specifically douchey to crop out that one specific part.
Whenever I post,
especially since the first thing you see when you see that stuff is you want to know, like, oh, we're gonna see more of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whenever I post a comic of something I like, I specifically make sure to do as much as I can to show who made it, because that's the one thing I fucking hate is when I see something like this is really cool. You made it, and they're like, I didn't make it. Well, who made it? And it's
Yeah,
like, that's not important.
It's
I'm like, it's literally the only thing that fucking matters to me. I want to know who made the thing so I can see more of the thing that I like.
It's like some fucking beginner's guide shit, where people want to like make themselves self-important by sharing other people's stuff. You ever play through beginner's guide?
No.
That's worth a look. You should check that out. It's from the guy that made Stanley Parable. It's seen as basically being the best like walking simulator thing.
I need a target.
The best walking simulator.
Because it is kind of that ultimately, but like it's potentially the most interesting iteration of that genre so far, just in general. Because it's about the concept of making games in general and so on, and a bunch of other elements, and also the concept of sharing games and like curating them and advocating for games and things like that. Like there's a bunch of commentary it has and all these different concepts. It's like really a specific interesting thing. So whenever you're the type of person who watches video essays and shit, beginner's guide comes up a lot.
I always wonder about the idea of like making when you make something that's a commentary on the thing that you when you make something that is a commentary on a topic, and then the topic that you're making a commentary on uses you as a reference, it's kind of like, I wonder what that feeling is like as a creator, where you're like, huh,
yeah,
I guess it worked.
Or the other way around.
Yeah.
When people like don't get what they're using as the reference, and so they're unironically using something that's like against them as a concept.
That's more of the that's why I really love the idea of
it's like when a conservative's favorite band is Rage Against the Machine.
What was that?
It's like when a conservative's favorite band is Rage Against the Machine. And you're like, I don't think you've listened to any of the words in these songs then. Well,
I mean, music is a funny thing sometimes.
Yeah, people just, you know, they do the whole where the fuck are the spindle web lurkers? Oh, way the hell down there. Wait, I have the wrong quest selected or something.
I'm following a random dude.
I don't think
just following a random party.
I had more of this quest left.
I have a lot of quests I need to turn in.
Yeah, but there's more stuff over here.
Yeah, there's a plague murloc apparently I need to get.
No, I just always think of like the age-old thing about like what's it called, cyberpunk, like that image of like all the social commentary, like having this arc of going right over the character's head, and the person in the cartoon's just like, wow, cool lasers, cool sci-fi tech, and that's it. Like that's all they get from cyberpunk, and not like, you know, the base of the genre.
Not the cripplingly depressing dystopian late capitalism society that is supposed to exist in all of them, but no one talks about it bad. Like no one ever goes like, man, if only there weren't corporations. They always go like, the corruption
literally
of the human
basis
soul.
Of all modern cyberpunk is always about like mega corporations being the devil.
But then but that's never the takeaway people have. They always take away like, man, isn't the government evil? It's like,
wow,
what the
you get
fuck?
cyber eyes. Look at the cyber eyes. It's like, there's more to this than that, sir.
Yeah, it's either like they either have like the Elon Musk effect, where they just assume that everything that's happening is really cool and interesting, and they wish
the single
reality
dumbest
was like
controversy to come out of recent gaming is the fact that in 2019 people were complaining that fucking Cyberpunk by CD Projekt Red's gonna have them as a potential pronoun, that you can be a them. And it's like, did you just forget about transhumanism as a concept? This is the genre for it.
I was gonna say, you literally are creating robot people. What do you think they go by?
This is the transhumanist genre, and you're gonna be like, but no trans people. Not that kind of transhumanism. I mean, what the part where your spleen is a car. Whoa,
excuse me. I just want the Blade Runner part where he flies the car. I don't want any of the like social commentary.
Have you ever read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
No, I have not.
That is a fucking ride, and no, you have not spoiled it by watching Blade Runner. It's so different. It's bizarre.
I didn't think I would have. Blade Runner is its own unique
Yeah,
like,
they went in
kernel
their own
in
direction.
the cyberpunk industry.
They used the concept of replicants and a couple of visuals, and that's like about it. Like, it's because Blade Runner is an adaptation of Electric Sheep, but it's adapted a lot. So it's a lot of adapting happening there. Oh wait, my steed! Haha! Be gone! I have a mount.
What the fuck?
Bye, Andrew.
Where'd you get that?
Because I'm a warlock.
Oh, right.
I just automatically unlock it abruptly. I just suddenly have it.
So it's like an actual mount, so it's a lot faster.
Yeah, it's a real mount, and I don't even have to train for it. I'm just a warlock.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, I have the money to go buy it. Or,
yeah, you just have to make the trip and shit.
Yeah, which I don't want to do. It's so far.
But no, Do Andrew's Dream of Electric Sheep's pretty interesting. A lot of things I didn't expect,
my list
and it's also short.
I've been
as far
kind
as
of like
sci-fi novels go, it's a quick one. I think it was only like 200 pages.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should just do
it. Just fucking go for it. Yeah. Oh, if you if you listen to it, it's quick.
Yeah, because at work I've just been listening to audiobooks recently because I've like started getting into a point where I'm doing a lot more repetitive tasks than I am like like tasks that need my brain. So I have a lot of time in my head, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna spend it reading books then.
There's a lot of interesting elements, like there's a kind of thing where like everybody makes a performance out of being caretakers. They want everyone else to see them as somebody who like takes care of an animal. So on the roof of everybody's house is an animal that's like alive and being taken care of, and like you can see there's like a level of like social hierarchy to like it's like animals being on top of your house are like the equivalent of like how good your lawn is nowadays or whatever, like that kind of
it's your social status is based in what you can afford to keep above your home.
But it's also like a sort of performative empathy thing to some extent, but it's also like the world's apocalyptic and radiation's like poisoned everything, and like everybody who's left on Earth are the people who can't go to space because their DNA is too corrupted already by the radiation, so they're doomed to just stay here and die.
What the fuck?
Because all the healthy people already left.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's it's like so of course the animals are rare and expensive, so the protagonist has an electric sheep. That's where the title comes from.
He just has
as far as I can remember. Yeah, and that's the kind of thing, is like the suspicion of like, what if everybody doesn't actually have real animals? How could you tell? Because you kind of keep a respectful distance. You don't like go to like their animal or anything. It's like there's a whole industry in performance here of everybody having these fake animals, and like people manufacturing and maintaining these fake animals so that you can like maintain your social status and all that, when there might actually not be any animals left in the first place.
Holy shit, that's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, no, it's bleak.
That's
like that the world
like
the world in the book is so much far gone than the one in the movie, which seems to be a thriving shithole.
Yeah,
like it's populated and busy and crazy, but no, like it's the book is about a nightmare place.
That sounds like
up.
You're basically doing the expansion of like, man, what if Chernobyl, but you didn't tell anybody about it?
I think that would have just cleared everybody out. But there's also what I found really interesting is that Do Andrew's Dream of Electric Sheep predicted getting over it with Bennett Foddy.
What?
Yes. There's an entire
what?
Getting over it with Bennett Foddy. The guy in the guy in the jar, or like it's in the cauldron that like climbs up a mountain with a hammer. That guy. Yeah. It's that, because like think about that. Like that's a shared experience of everybody collaborating and experiencing this like shared struggle of trying to climb this mountain, and like you do it in empathy wise. Like you watch let's plays of it, you watch streams of it. Like it's an empathy shared experience thing of climbing this mountain and falling and climbing and falling and so on, right? Like there's a community aspect to Bennett Foddy, you know what I mean? and games like that.
I see what you mean. Yeah, because
Yeah.
people don't know how to get past certain areas, so they look online to watch other people.
Not even just
get
that.
past.
Like this, there's also just people who just the whole point is to watch other people and just experience it
yeah,
over and
watch
over
other people
again through
fail
other
and stuff.
people and like that kind of
Oh my God,
and the
look at this
emotions that
guy.
people feel and all that stuff.
Let's kick this guy's ass.
So in Duender's Dream of Electric Sheep, there's this whole religion built around watching this one guy climb a mountain. You grab these things called empathy rods, and it transports your mind into this first-person perspective of this guy climbing the mountain as like rocks are hitting him and he's falling and he's trying again. It's like this big shared struggle. And
What? That sounds cool.
What's happening is simultaneously everyone in the entire world is experiencing the same thing at the same moment. So they're all experiencing the same perspective of this guy in his struggles, and it's like this shared empathy experience for everybody on Earth, basically. And it's like I'm just looking at this, I'm like, this is a Bennett Foddy live stream. this is a getting over it live stream. Like every detail of it basically is.
That's
To the point where I saw
That is
somebody
crazy.
do somebody did a video essay on Bennett Foddy and stuff like that, and I drew this connection. He was either talking about it like they were either talking about Electric Sheep or Bennett Foddy, and I drew this connection for them, and it like blew their minds in the comments. They're like, "What the fuck?" Because it's like so specific in so many ways that like the comparison
Who's to
super
say
checks
that
out. Oh
Bennett
god, he's
Foddy
back.
Didn't... Wait, what? Oh fuck!
Losing back.
That was quick.
But no, I found that super interesting how similar the ideas were. Like specifically the popularity of it being streamed and shared as an experience so extensively makes it just recreate the concept of Electric Sheep. I'm like, huh. Oh, there's the actual
there's
guy we're
the other
after. There we go. He looks exactly the same, but he's different.
Hey Keith, just because people look the same doesn't mean they're all the same.
Damn.
This guy clearly has knuckle rot.
How terrifying.
Also, his guts are like, you know, out in the open. Probably not a good look. Toxic.
I've got a horse. I've got a horse.
Are we heading back to the? Yeah.
Yep. Time to turn all the shit in. We
All right, then I'm
cleared
gonna
out.
fly over and learn how to ride ponies.
I want to ride my pony.
I mean, I'm gonna just ride my dragon, but
Yeah. There's also a thing where you can just control your emotional state in Electric Sheep.
well, I can do that too. It's called being a
Like there's
human.
a device where you can just like change the channel like it's a television, but it's your emotions. You can just kind of live in particular emotions all the time, and that's just how you always are. Almost like being a flat person. But the protagonist's wife specifically constantly wants to indulge in negative emotions. It's almost like a weird like addiction to depression.
I mean, depression is addicting.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what the problem. That's why depression is a problem.
But it's the idea of that in the context of like the thing where you can control your emotions to begin with. Like
Which is terrifying.
even when you have control, they still fall into the same spirals.
Yeah. God, if I had a remote that can just remove emotions, I'd be solid. I think my life would probably be perfect.
A new Ballard Delanar.
You can just be like, and no. No thanks.
Man, I really like my awesome horde motorcycle, but you know, I finally get my warlock horse. I might have to use
Can
the
you
warlock
ride the
horse.
motorcycle?
Yeah.
Really? You just auto learned?
Oh wait, can I ride my motorcycle?
I think you can
Yeah.
only ride that.
Yeah, I got it.
Shirello run. Oh, really?
Yeah, have you seen this before? I don't remember.
You showed me you like linked it to me, so I saw it there.
It is a fucking cool motorcycle.
But yeah,
It was part of the, it was cross promotion with when they had the Azerothian Choppers TV show or something? I don't know. Wait, look at this thing. It's fucking cool looking.
I think it's fucking
And
cool
it's-
looking.
it's
I love the
horde
back
only.
too.
Yeah, it's got tank treads.
Yeah, I love the tank treads.
It's such a ridiculous, like, goblin mount.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back, and then I'll know how to fly. I'll know how to do whatever. I'll know how to be a human.
Has a price.
My inventory? Oh, my inventory's full. Shit.
Yeah, I think
You
mine's
go
getting
enjoy
pretty
your
full, too.
trip. I
Yeah,
just sell a
my
bunch of
inventory is pretty
shit.
I can't make any light leather scraps. All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
I guess the solution here is just to set up the whole. Oh god.
Sorry.
The solution here is just to set up the whole favorites mechanic, I guess. Yeah, summon random favorite mount. There you go.
I need to get closer.
There we go. Blah, 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 blah. It's just gonna be a weird random mount every time I summon now.
The eternal sun guides us. Stay the course.
Complete nonsense, no consistency. Nothing makes sense anymore, cause fuck it.
We will have justice.
Held an offhand. Finally have an offhand.
Oops. There we go. All right. And
I
then
settled for just doing the randomized mount thing.
Oh, that's always fun.